Hello beautiful people, it is Amanda back again with another flip through of a 2024 diary. This is the Witch's Diary for the Southern Hemisphere, and this is by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Meiklejohn Free. Both of those ladies have a couple of decks of their own that are out, and they have been producing this diary for a couple of years now. So let's take a look at next year's diary. Very much a diary for the seasonal witch. So this particular diary does have a lot of connection for witches. We do have the moon phases that are definitely covered, as well as your lunar and solar eclipses, your full moons, and the wheel of the year, which is of course in the Southern Hemisphere. So there's a brief rundown of the dates where they are and a little bit about each of them. And then we have lots of great correspondence information at the front of this diary, like your planet rulers and signs, planting and harvesting days, goddess and moon phases, magical weekdays, moon times to cast spells, meanings of colours, magical directions and elements, and some of the trees of power. As you can see, there's lots of really beautiful illustration throughout. Got lots of pentagrams and really witchy, magical, mystical borders and imagery throughout as well. So then we jump into the actual diary itself. So each month begins with some like invocations, some information, particularly if there's something seasonal to really work with. Then they give you a little bit of witchy wisdom and inspiration and ideas to be able to work with. The diary itself is a week to a page. So we don't have loads of space to be able to write like all your appointments and things like that. But there is definitely enough there to be able to use it to perhaps record and do the planning of rituals and meditations and all of your spiritual things. And depending how many appointments you have, perhaps a week to a page is going to be enough room for you. Definitely there's loads of inspiration for the witch that is added all the way throughout this diary. While the pages are black and white, it is still really pretty in the way that it's presented with all of your lovely imagery that's very seasonally connected. And like for instance in February, we're very much connected in with Lunasa, the Sabbath that we celebrate in February, and even some moon magic, supermoon abundance, little ideas for rituals and invocations and spells to do as well. This is definitely a diary that is for a witch, but not necessarily a white witch. So it does have some things in there that as a white witch you may not necessarily subscribe to. But I know there's lots of witches out there that are not only focused in that way. So definitely loads of information, loads of inspiration that goes into this diary. It is really lovely and well put together, that's for sure. And she does have, you know, extra little things like different birthdays, or Raven Grimassi's High Priest Occultism and Wiccan popularized the Strega, the root of witchcraft. So little extra dates and things of a witchy nature that are popped in on top of things like your super new moon, total solar eclipse, those sorts of notes that are put into the days as well. Not necessarily so much about the time as in what specific time things are, like some of the astrology diaries that we have looked at. So as you can see, it just says new moon, but for some of us the time itself doesn't matter. Like we don't have to be doing any of our spells and ritual at exactly the time of the new moon, or at exactly the time when that full moon is exact. We do have 3 days in the new moon and the full moon to be able to work with that energy. So this is still plenty of information. We do have the first and last quarters that are also highlighted in here, and of course all the Sabbats, the specific dates, which it's always good to know, especially for those dates that do shift and change every year. As you can see, loads of witchy inspiration going on. Oops. Really lovely, and note section in the back as well. So room to write your extra notes and experiences and things as well. So that is our little look and flip through of the 2024 Witch's Diary. Do let me know down in the comments below what you think of this diary, if you have had one in the past and how you have enjoyed it, or anything that you found maybe it was missing, or perhaps that you especially loved about it. I would definitely love to hear. This is for sale through Mystical Dragon's store, both in our e-store and our physical store. So our physical store is in Seaford, Australia, and our e-store is on our website at mysticaldragon.com.au. So do check it out there if you are looking for one. And there are also other diaries there as well that you can certainly take a look at, and other flip through videos that we've done as well. Would love to hear from you guys. Please do like and subscribe and follow along. We do lots of different flip throughs of not just diaries, but some oracle decks. We do spells. I talk about the energies of full moons and retrogrades and things that are coming up as well, and all kinds of topics. So do follow along with us. I look forward to seeing you again in the near future, gang.